Hey, what goes on, guys? We're back here again with another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Disney Plus series, Marvel Studios What If T'Challa Star-Lord action figure by Hasbro. And this is kind of right up my alley. I'm a huge Black Panther fan. He's probably my second favorite Marvel hero. It depends on between him or Cloak and Dagger. I'm big fans of those characters. And I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. Really, really do. So to put them together into one awesome looking figure or character, I guess, I'll take that any day of the week. So taking a look at the packaging, it's very purple, which is cool by me. Purple's my favorite color. You get to see all the accessories, the huge ass Watcher head. On the side here, you get the awesome art from the show of T'Challa Star-Lord. On the back here, you can see all of the other figures in the wave. The only one that I still want out of the wave that I do not have is Captain Carter. I really want to find that one. Can't find her anywhere, so I'll get her eventually. But on the side, you get that same art. On the top, you get the Watcher. Here's the bottom with the barcode if you need that. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty standard Marvel Legends packaging. So without further ado, I think we should go ahead and crack this guy open because I'm very excited. So taking a look at the Lost Prince of Wakanda out of the packaging, it's a very interesting figure. And when I say interesting, I mean that in a good way, because it honestly doesn't feel like a Marvel Legends. Like, I guess that has to do with the styling and the articulation style of this figure. It just doesn't feel like a Marvel Legends. I don't really know how to describe it. And again, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a really awesome figure and very fun to play around with. But it's interesting. It's a very unique figure, I think, because even like playing with the Doctor Strange and what was the other what if figure I had? The Doctor Strange and the Zombie Captain America, while they were obviously from What If, they still felt like Marvel Legends. I think it has to do with the heavy stylization of the character and the figure, because like while Zombie Cap definitely is stylized, he still like has a realism to him. He really went full-on cartoony. And since the Doctor Strange Supreme used parts from the movie Doctor Strange, it kind of is the same thing other than the head. Because on the Doctor Strange, the only thing that was really animated was the head, which the head looks fantastic. I love the head. If you watched that review, if you haven't already, go check out that review. But I love the head on that. But the rest of the body was pretty regular, par for the course Marvel Legends. This is full-on stylization, and I am really enjoying it. It's a very unique figure to have on the shelf. So without further ado, let's go ahead and come in for a closer look. And taking a look at that head, I really like the way that it looks. It definitely looks like he does from the show. The eyes are painted very cleanly. The hair looks good all the way around. It does have a little bit of texture in it, so it looks cool. You get the beard, it's painted very cleanly, so I'm a big fan of the way that this looks. Moving down into the body, you get that awesome purple coat, which looks really nice. All the gold trim and punched in details are really nicely applied. You get that little clasp there. I would have liked to see these two little gold things, these little like rectangle things painted gold, but there's no paint on the back to speak of, like, at all. As for usual with Marvel Legends, you get a little bit of gold there on the tops there, so I like those little details punched in. I just wish those were, because I don't know, I just feel like the backs need to be painted a little bit more. But going down into the arm, this is all new sculpt, pinless technology. The only thing that I can tell is reuse on this, other than the guns and the accessories, are the hands. They are definitely reuse of prior Star-Lords, which doesn't bother me at all. I really don't care. I think that works good, and if you can use reuse, then use it. You just get flat gray on the inside here. It would have been cool if he wore like Star-Lord shirt, like with like the weird alien lettering on it. That would have been kind of cool. Obviously that's not the figure's fault. That's What If's choice, but it would have been cool. I had that shirt for a while. It's a pretty cool shirt. Going down here into the legs, you get nice sculpt on the baggy pants and the kind of like thin legs, but that has to do with the animated style, so it's totally okay by me. You get like the brown on the tops of the boots. The hinge is gray, so on the back you're going to see it go into the boots. They didn't paint it, but that's not too big a deal on my end. You get the rocket like thrusters on the sides there, at least that's what I'm assuming they are. And you get a little bit of paint on the shoes here, or the bottom of the boots, so with the trim around it and the little punched details on the top. So yeah, I think he looks really cool. very, like I said earlier, a very unique figure. And you can definitely, I think these little things do it for me, like in the sense of, you can tell that he's Wakandan, even though he's wearing those, and I think that's pretty badass. So I think he looks pretty cool. But he does come with a bunch of cool accessories. Well, not a bunch, but he comes with a number, I guess, of different accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So obviously he's Star-Lord. He's got to come with the mask and the signature elemental guns. They look good. I love the purple and the gold on these. These look awesome, and they obviously go into the hands very well. What I do is kind of open them a little bit and then twist into the fingers there. So that looks awesome. He holds them very well. We got to dual wield them as usual for Star-Lord. Having a little bit of trouble getting this one in there, but not bad at all. And he holds them very well, and they look good in his hands. So having him hold these are really, really cool. And then obviously, he's got the guns out. That means he's probably in battle. So you got to put on your helmet, and it's a little tight. I haven't put this on yet, but putting that on there. Oops, I dropped the gun. It looks awesome. I really like the purple and the gold. Again, purple is my favorite color, so seeing it on a Star-Lord like this is really, really cool. And the helmet looks awesome. It's a brand new helmet sculpt because obviously you have his hair instead of like Chris Pratt's hair. So it looks really, really cool. I love the way that looks. And I think that it was implemented very nice. The paint apps are very clean on that. So very, very awesome. And when you have them like with the guns and the helmet on, he just looks super badass, and it's really easy to make him look cool in any kind of pose that you decide you want to put him in. And that's thanks to the articulation that he has, because he does have really good articulation. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I guess I should also mention he does come with the Watcher head. I'm not going to be doing a review on this Watcher. I'm not getting it. I'm going to sell these pieces on Mercari. Go check out my Mercari. I actually have a bunch of good figures on there right now that I'm looking to get rid of in hopes of buying a Star Wars Black Series Rancor. So, looks pretty good. I mean, the head, it's really big. I mean, obviously it's a Watcher head, but it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, because his head was not huge in the show. In the comic books, his head's enormous. I mean, if you look at the Diamond Select one, that's how I picture the Watchers. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. So if you're looking to build this and you don't want to buy this Star-Lord, go on my Mercari. I'll have it up for sale. But anyway, let's take a look at T'Challa Star-Lord's articulation. So taking a look at T'Challa's articulation, his head's going to look up pretty far, I think far enough, down, side to side pivot, and all around. And there's no real gappage. I mean, maybe a little bit. And both heads do about the same movement because there's not really anything to hinder either one of them. So looks pretty good, or works pretty good. Goes up all the way around. You do get a nicely implemented bicep swivel. I was worried that it would just be like a flat cut and it would look really ugly, but they did not do that, and it's actually implemented really nice. Great double jointed pinless elbows, and then a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge on the hands. Definitely needed a vertical. This definitely would have been the chance to do that, but considering how much new sculpt he had, but I guess they didn't want to go that route. He does crunch forward very well, crunches back also pretty well. Nice waist swivel. Hips move outwards that far. He's going to kick forward that far, back that far. Well, not at all, I guess. Thigh swivel. Now, the knees are really, like, thin, so they're kind of like do that thing where they hyperextend forward, but just be mindful of that. He does have good double-jointed elbows that go, or knees that go that far. He's going to hinge forward, not too far at the foot, down all the way, and then he does have a nice rocker. So the articulation is very good on this. I think a diaphragm joint would have been really nice on this guy, and I actually thought that he was going to have one based off of not seeing the inside there because of the way that the figure's designed, which is really good on Hasbro's part. I think they designed it really well. So yeah, I think this looks or moves around really good, and it's implemented in a way that it looks good in any pose too. So let's go ahead and take my final thoughts into consideration here. So while it's probably no surprise to anybody, I know you're asking yourselves, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? And I gotta say, it is awesome. Very much worth the wait in the hunt. I ordered mine at GameStop. They had it on sale for $20. Yeah, that's a sale on GameStop, but I went in and I ordered him along with the Hydra Stomper and the Avengers, like Hercules, the classic Hercules. So be prepared for those reviews when they ship. They didn't ship yet. He's the only one that did arrive. But when they come, obviously I'll do reviews on those. But yeah, he looks really, really good. I'm very happy with the way that he turned out. The articulation works great. The paint, while I think there could be maybe a little bit more detail punched in, is very nice. It's pretty much all new sculpt except for the hands and guns, and I can always appreciate that. The helmet looks awesome. I just love the overall feel of this figure. While it feels different from a usual Marvel Legends, it's not a bad thing. It's a good different feeling. So I really, really like this. If I was to give him a rating, I would probably give him a 9.5 out of 10. Like I said, a little bit more paint apps, and I think he would be perfect, honestly. But other than that, he's a very, very strong release. He's probably my second favorite What If figure so far. But I mean, Zombie Cap is hard to beat. He is my favorite Marvel Legends maybe ever at this point. He's just a really good figure. But go watch that review if you haven't. But yeah, this Dtar-Lord is no slack of the matter, despite that. So without further ado, I think that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe on the video. Let me know, you Coppin? Let me know if you're gonna pick this guy up. I think you definitely should, even if you're not a huge What If fan. This is just a very fun figure to own. I will be doing a 300 subscriber giveaway, so please subscribe to the channel. I get us to 300 subscribers, and if we do so, there will be a giveaway. Not sure for what, but we'll figure that out. And you know, obviously we'll pick something good that everybody wants. But other than that, I think that's all I got for today. So I will see you guys in the next review. Peace.